Howdy, folks. Thanks for tuning in for another Cruise with Smooth. Hope y'all are doing all right today. So this is my new toy. I picked it up a little over 2 weeks ago, or about 2 weeks ago now, I guess. Haven't driven it all that much yet. It does not get the gas mileage of the normal vehicle I take to and from work, so I don't drive it all that often back and forth. It's just fun. I've always wanted one of these. It's a Mustang. I tell you what, I've been listening to a lot of long form interviews lately, and it's ironic, the people I was listening to, and then the news of the day that Target was being looted in Minneapolis, and there's a AutoZone on fire. So it's okay. I watched some of the video prior to this dude being placed in cuffs. It did not. Sorry, hold up. It did not appear to me that he was blatantly resisting arrest. He might not have been cooperating with the cops while he's in cuffs, but when you're cuffed behind your back, you're highly limited on what you're going to be able to do to defend yourself and to go after the police. You know, if you're wanting to fight a cop. So, okay, if he wasn't cooperating, yeah, sure, put him face down on the asphalt and let him sit there, because he ain't gonna be able to get up more than likely. But all the police officers involved in this have been fired, not placed on administrative leave or paid investigative leave. They are no longer in the employment of the Minneapolis Police Department. And I can hear charges coming, and I'm not the only one that has that opinion. So So it's tragic, yes. It sounds like there is one of about 2 or 3 possibilities here, in my opinion. These cops were not trained properly, which is possible. They were trained properly, and they acted inappropriately for the situation. Okay, I have friends in law enforcement. I know people in law enforcement, and the general rule of thumb is, when you're dealing with someone, whether they are cooperating or not, you only use as much the minimum force necessary to achieve the outcome you want. So, for example, if you have a drunk in their car, and they know they're drunk, and they know they broke the law, but you can get them out by simply opening the door and gently grabbing their hand and kind of guiding them out. Okay. You have used the minimum amount of force necessary to achieve the result you wanted. These guys, if the guy wasn't cooperating and was dragging his feet or whatever, and I haven't watched the entirety of all the videos that are up of this, okay? So I'm not the most informed person on this. I'm giving opinions. That's what this show is. My opinions and my thoughts. If this guy wasn't cooperating while he's in cuffs, it would seem to me that first off, the police had the upper hand because they've already got him in cuffs, and if he's not cooperating, so what? But second, if he's not cooperating and you're getting frustrated, you're tired of dealing with him, put him down on his chest and leave him there for a minute. Give yourself time to cool down and walk away. In my opinion, the police either were trained improperly, acted improperly, or you had 4 overtly racist cops in the same place at the same time. And the simplest solution is most often the right one, Occam's razor. So I'm going to go with A or B, not C, with the available evidence. Now, should evidence come out that these guys were secret Klansmen? Sure, they were racist. But the likelihood of having 4 overtly racist cops in the same place, at the same time, on the same arrest, I don't buy that. The odds of that happening seem to be fairly slim. But I'm open to having my mind change if evidence proves that point. I just don't think that it will bear out to prove that there were 4 racist cops in the same place at the same time on the same arrest, and they all were okay with killing an unarmed, handcuffed black man who was face down on the asphalt. So, President Trump is involved in this. And here's another thing. Some friends of mine have been saying things like, with that racist, there was an article that I found the other day that black firearm ownership is on the rise. I think firearm ownership on the rise, as long as they're not Friday night specials. I think firearm ownership being on the rise is a good thing no matter who owns it. But he's like, yeah, because of that racist we got in the White House. Okay. What racist is going to call for the investigation of white cops killing a black guy by the Federal Bureau of Investigation? So I think that Trump is a president that has said a lot of things. I think that Trump is a president that has said a lot of stupid things. I think when he doubles down on stuff, he sounds stupid a lot of times. But I don't think he's racist. If Trump is racist, he went to the wrong racism school, because black unemployment prior to coronavirus, lowest it's ever been at any point in human history. The black median wage is up several percentage points. The fastest that it's gone up and the highest it's been since it's been being monitored. So